Okay, let's unpack this. So imagine a quiet English village, the kind with rolling hills, maybe some thatched roofs.
Right, picturesque.
Exactly. And then suddenly, a farmer is found dead. That's the hook, right? That immediate jolt.
Oh, absolutely. It's that classic contrast. You expect peace, and bam, it's shattered. It signals right away that things aren't what they seem.
And our way into this is the narration from a book trailer. It's for Broken Country by Clare Leslie Hall.
Hmm.
And just from that snippet, you really feel this compelling mystery starting to unfold. It sounds, I don't know, deeply moving, but also a bit spine-tingling.
Yeah, you get that vibe. Love, loss, secrets,
Yeah.
the big stuff, all set against that English countryside backdrop.
Totally. Misty mornings, wind in the fields, the farmhouse at dusk. It paints a really vivid picture, almost like too perfect.
It does, doesn't it? The trailer uses that imagery brilliantly.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, sure, but there's this hum of unease underneath, like the beauty is hiding something.
Absolutely. So the setup is farmer's dead. Big question, what happened? But then it quickly zooms in on Beth.
Right, Beth.
She's apparently built this peaceful life. Got a husband, Frank, who sounds like a decent, gentle guy,
Okay. Sounds stable.
but it feels fragile. Like the narration hints it's built on, buried truths from her past, things she's tried hard to forget. Makes you wonder immediately, what are those truths?
It really does. That idea, a present built on shaky foundations from the past.
Wow.
It makes her seem vulnerable right from the start. You feel like whatever piece she has, it could just crumble.
And then right on cue, the past doesn't just knock, it kicks the door down. There's a gunshot.
The catalyst?
And it turns out the dog that was shot belonged to Gabriel Wolf. Now, he was Beth's first love, the guy who probably defined a whole chunk of her youth.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And here's the twist. He's back.
Yeah.
After years away, he returns to the village, and he brings his son, Leo.
A son. Right.
Okay.
That's a complication. How do you think that return, especially with the child, hits Beth's carefully built world?
Well, it has to be huge, right? It completely disrupts the balance she's been fighting for, forces her to face everything she's been running from.
And there's more, isn't there? About the son, Leo.
Yeah, this is the part that really gets you. The trailer mentions Leo has this uncanny resemblance to Beth's own child, a child she lost in some past accident.
Woof. That's heavy. That detail just throws this intense emotional weight into the mix straight away. It raises all sorts of questions about memory, maybe fate, what could have been.
It's such a powerful image to think about, isn't it? Beth seeing Leo for the first time, that shock of recognition, you can almost feel the floodgates opening.
Yeah, the trailer says something like the lines between past and present begin to blur.
Exactly. And that feels spot on. Old feelings, pain she thought was buried, those secrets, it's all surging back.
And what's interesting is how her personal story, this returning first love, the child, seems immediately tangled up with the farmer's death. That gunshot connects them.
You think that's intentional, linking the personal drama and the village mystery right from the start?
Oh, definitely feels like it. It raises the stakes.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gabriel's return isn't quiet. The trailer gives us these quick shots, right? Villagers whispering.
Yeah, those sideways glances that say everything. You feel this tension, this suspicion around him being back. And then you see that newspaper headline, "Local farmer found dead, investigation underway." Stark. It just screams that this cozy little village has its own secrets.
And that juxtaposition is so effective. The quiet life Beth wanted versus this storm brewing her past, rushing back, the murder, the neighbors watching. She's caught in the middle.
It feels like she's facing this impossible situation. She has to confront the truth now, doesn't she? About Gabriel, about her lost child, whatever happened back then.
And maybe there's a part of her that wants to forgive. Forgive Gabriel, maybe forgive herself.
Could be. But the huge question hanging over it all is, what happens when these secrets come out? Is it going to bring, freedom? Or just destroy everything she has now? What's the vibe the trailer gives off?
It definitely leans into the disruption, I think. The way the secrets and the villagers' reactions are hinted at, it suggests the truth is going to hurt. It makes you ask, is it always better to dig up the past?
Right. Even if it's incredibly painful.
Or is confronting it, no matter how hard, the only way to really move on?
And thematically, even just in that short trailer, wow, some powerful stuff comes through. Like this idea of a love that maybe never really died.
Enduring love.
And the danger of secrets, how keeping things buried can actually be more dangerous in the long run.
Absolutely. The way they can twist things.
And that classic struggle, right, between who you used to be and who you are now, or who you're trying to be. Why do you think themes like that just hit home for so many people?
Well, they're universal, aren't they? We all grapple with love, loss, secrets in our families or communities, and that tension between our past selves and our present selves. That's just part of being human, figuring out how our history shapes us.
Yeah, that makes sense. The trailer even mentions comparisons to Where the Crawdads Sing and The Paper Palace.
Right, which immediately tells you something about the feel of the book.
Yeah, it signals that blend, right?
Yeah.
Romance, mystery, that strong sense of place, but also deep character emotions. It seems like those kinds of stories and beautiful settings with dark secrets really pull people in.
They absolutely do. That contrast, the beautiful surface and the darkness underneath, it just amplifies everything.
Yeah,
Makes the betrayals, the secrets feel even bigger, more impactful.
totally. And as the trailer goes on, you see Beth getting pulled deeper. There's that sequence, her running through a field.
Yeah, that was striking.
And it's cut with these flashes, these fragments of memory. Her younger self, Gabriel, a child laughing, and then silence. It really hammers home that feeling of being overwhelmed by the past rushing back, doesn't it?
It's very effective. Those fragmented memories suggest trauma. Something may be pushed down, and now it's breaking through. And that silence after the laughter, it just lands hinting at that profound loss still echoing in her present.
And the ending, the final shot in the trailer, it's ambiguous. Beth standing by a river, it looks like sunrise, and she's holding a letter.
Classic cliffhanger. Leaves you hanging.
Yeah. Is she finally going to face the truth? Is she thinking of leaving? What does that moment represent, do you think? That river, the letter.
Well, sunrise by a river often suggests renewal, maybe a new start. But the letter that connects her right back to the past, to the secrets, it feels like she's at a crossroads, making a massive decision about how she deals with everything that's resurfaced. It sums up her whole dilemma, really.
So pulling it all together, what this trailer for Broken Country seems to promise is this really rich story. It's got mystery, it's got a complicated, maybe unfinished love story, and it's digging deep into past trauma and how it shapes us.
All wrapped up in this English village setting that's clearly got more going on than meets the eye.
Exactly. And the trailer leaves us with so many questions, right? What really happened to her child? What's the full story with Gabriel? How does the farmer's death tie into it all?
And crucially, what choice does Beth make by that river? What path does she take?
And fundamentally, it taps into those core human things we talked about: love, secrets, the weight of the past.
Precisely. These themes resonate because they echo our own lives, our own complexities.
The narrator's final line in the trailer really stuck with me. In a village where the past never really stays buried, one woman will discover that love can heal, but it can also haunt.
That's a great line. It perfectly captures that duality, doesn't it? Love as this force for healing, but also as something tied to pain, to the ghosts of the past.
It really does. So a final thought maybe for you listening. How much do you think unspoken history, whether in a place or a family, really shapes the here and now, even when things seem peaceful on the surface?
Yeah, it makes you wonder, what kinds of buried truths might be lurking at the heart of a place like this broken country? What secrets do communities hold?